is up, YouTube? Alright, I just gotta spit these words out. I filmed this whole thing 2 weeks ago, and then I didn't like it, so I didn't post it. But long story short, I am on day 103 of the Bald Man's Journey now. And, 102 of the Bald Man's Journey. And it's going pretty good, but a couple things have become apparent to me. So, what are the good things that are coming of it so far? And I will get into how I think the Bald Man's Journey is going to start to break down, which is in a phase-by-phase type process. So, phase one is what I feel like I've been in and what I'm still in right now, and that is called building capacity. It's a quote that I heard from Alex Hormozy, and something that I fully live a lot of my life off of. And right now, building capacity, I think, is shaping myself and building the habits, routines, and norms that position me to be able to step into these larger roles in life. So, stuff like, making sure my diet's on track, my gym schedule's on track, my cardio's on track, my morning routine is solid. These are all little things, but when you start to stack them, you really start to elevate your life. Journaling daily. I journal in the morning and at night. I don't like doing it. I still do. It's one of those things where I'm really focused on proving to myself that I can do the things that I don't want to do because I know that they're going to be beneficial for me in the long run. And so kind of taking back control of my narrative and taking back control of my life and what I'm doing and where I'm going. And a big part of that has been building capacity and doing things that I don't necessarily want to do. I'm running/walking 3-ish miles every single morning. I hate doing that, but I still do it. So I'm consistently building capacity in myself. What are some things that I've done really well on? Booze is gone. Completely gone out of my life. I've been taking CCAR classes. I'm becoming a certified recovery coach, which has been phenomenal for me, especially in my own healing journey, in my own recovery. So that's one. Booze is gone. Porn was gone for like the first 45 days, and then I started to get a little bit complacent with the progress that I was making, and that was a pretty big wake-up moment. So I struggled with that a bit and still am, but that has been much better than in the last forever, however long I've been alive. My diet has been on point, and my nutrition, my water intake, my supplements, everything in that regard has been fantastic. So, and that's reflecting in my physique. We're slimming down. I'm down to like 195 from a 240 where I started. I'm feeling good. I'm sleeping good. I'm functioning well. My work has been phenomenal. I'm rocking and rolling. That's all great. Now, big part about phase one is I don't think you can ever get complacent with building the capacity. You have to keep building, and you have to stay true to the portions that you've already built, right? You're not done building once you've accomplished something, and that's what I saw with myself when I started getting complacent with porn, and then for like a couple days or a week, I guess, I got kind of sloppy with my eating as well, because you start to think like, oh, I've done it, but the fact of the matter is that it's not something you just do. It's something you build yourself into, and then you become and push forward. So, that being said, I'm doubling down on everything, okay? I've been getting up at 5:30 a.m. every single day. That's quickly going to need to get to 5 a.m. I've been walking for 3 miles every morning. That's going to need to be running. I've been, I was reading a book for a while. I was trying to do a book a week. I fell off on that. We have to get locked in on that. My work needs to be 10 to 12 hours of work a day. I need to be putting in 60 to 70 hour work weeks on my business, and that can be my social media stuff, that can be the brand that I'm building there, that can be my real estate stuff, that can be content that I'm making. I mean, I'm okay. I have a lot of different avenues, but I need to be putting that much work in. Can't be slacking off, taking time, scrolling, etc., etc. Scrolling, gone. I need to get rid of that. That has been the single hardest thing for me to wrap my head around, just stopping. Everything else I feel like I've been able to cold turkey somewhat, but that has been incredibly difficult. So those are some of the things that I'm doubling down on. I'm gonna hopefully start making videos more frequently. It's just difficult for me to do like long form stuff like this, even short form. I'm not great at social media, but that's no excuse. It's time for me to really dial in and start producing more and building kind of the brand and name that I want for myself. So, got some ambitions in regards to potentially buying a business or starting a business outside of just real estate. So that's something else that's in the works. But yeah, the big thing is, and I realized this last week. I was in Philadelphia and Virginia with my family, and we were traveling. I need to make sure that I'm locked in to the utmost extent. But another big thing is, I need to make sure that I'm unplugging and de-stressing. And the key switch for me is that unplug and de-stress time needs to not be mindless scrolling at every single night for 2 or 3 hours, or watching YouTube or watching sports or whatever. I need to stay locked in on a 7 days a week schedule, working. Then I'd really like to get to a point where I start working so hard on those days, I'm getting so much done, that like every month I can take a weekend and just leave the state, go visit somewhere, go travel, go live life, go see stuff, go unplug. That's the big thing. So moving forward, I got a path of where I know I need to keep pushing and grinding and building the capacity. I got a path where I know I need to start, not overwhelming myself to where I'm not enjoying life, but I also need to just nix the meaningless downtime. And I think if I can combine those two, I can get to a point where I build the capacity to step into phase 2, which I know what the name is, but I'm not going to tell you guys yet. I also doubled down on writing a book, but the book is centered a little bit differently now. So, anyways, anybody that has stuck around and listened to me ramble thus far, appreciate y'all. Stay blessed, stay safe. Peace. Nobody cares. Freaking work harder, dude.